Eliza? I'm coming back home right now.
Huh? Today you went out with your friends from back in high school to get some drinks, right?
That was the plan.
Then why are you coming home already? It's only 7 p.m. right now.
I left right in the middle of drinks, though.
What? Why would you leave your friends like that?
I was thinking that it was just men going out to have some drinks, but then they brought along some female friends of theirs. In total, there were equal amounts men to women.
Okay, and?
When I finally realized what was going on there, I noticed they were all trying to hook up and also find someone they could marry.
Is that what was going on?
They told me that it would only be us going out for drinks tonight, but they lied to me in order to get enough men together to meet with those women.
Really? So what ended up happening before you left?
Well, I told them that I couldn't stick around with them, but as I tried to leave the bar to go home, one of my friends wrapped his arm around my shoulder and kept me around a little longer. But I'm married now, so I can't be doing something like that. I also happen to be a lawyer, so being a part of something crazy is not in my books.
Oh, well, I'm glad you made that clear. Maybe some of your friends didn't realize you were married already, because those kinds of things are only meant for single people who want to get married and whatnot, right?
That's right. I feel kind of bad for leaving all my friends like that, but I made a break for it after introducing myself to their lady friends.
How were you able to get away?
After telling them who I was, I told them that I had been set up by the other guys, and that I had no reason for being at that event because I already have a wife. I then explained to everyone that I'm a lawyer now, so being a part of something that could be seen as me being unfaithful was not okay and that I needed to go home. I finished by saying that I would not be talking to any more of the women there and that they would only be talking with my friends tonight. And right before I left out the door, I told each and every one of the people there to please not call or text me if they already had my number because I would not be responding back. And then I was out of there.
Wow. At least you were being very frank about your situation.
Well, I wanted everyone there to understand that I am married and that I was not there looking for someone new to marry. However, there was one person.
Someone that didn't understand what you meant?
Yes, someone who I'd have to say was completely out of her mind. The only thing she heard out of that whole explanation was that I'm a lawyer. And so on my way out of there, she came up to me and tried to get me to cuddle with her. But when I told her to go away, she ran off with the rest of her friends to the women's bathroom.
They all went together? They were most likely talking about ways to get you to fall for her.
I'm sure. But once they all went into that bathroom, I was out. And here I am, walking home from that place and never going back.
I hope that didn't burn you out too much.
Not too much. There's something I need to ask. I know that it's past dinner, but do you mind making something up for me to eat when I get home? It could be something simple and easy. If not, that's totally fine. I can throw something into the microwave and eat that.
You didn't eat anything at the bar while you were there?
Well, after what I just had to go through, there was no time for me to think about eating. Especially after that crazy girl tried to take me with her.
Fair point. Well, I'm glad you didn't end up falling into her arms then. I can make you a bowl of mac and cheese if you'd like. I have 1 box of that left in the pantry, so shouldn't take me too long to make up.
That would be perfect, Eliza.
All right. Have a safe trip home now.
Thank you.
Alicia, it's been 5 years now since we last talked. I'm sure you're still as ugly as always, but how are you doing besides that? I was wondering what was causing my phone to buzz like that at this time of night. Lo and behold, it's you. That rotten little brat that thinks she can talk to me again after the way she's always treated me. My little sister. Huh? How dare you say something like that about a beauty like myself? If you were really as beautiful as you think you are, then you wouldn't be calling yourself a beauty like that. But it's no lie that I'm one of the most beautiful people around. Anyway, what did you want from me? What? All right, goodbye then. Wait. It's been 5 years now since you and I have last chatted, and you were the one texting me first, so you must have had something to talk about, right? Oh, that's right. I was so caught up in the fact that you are the ugliest woman imaginable that I totally forgot when I first started texting you again. What do you want? I'm going to be getting married here very soon. Married? I just changed rides to a handsome lawyer. Changed rides? So that means you had another boyfriend just before? You could say that. I'm very sexy, so there are an abundance of men for me to be with. I don't think there's been a day where I haven't had a man, actually. Is that so? I had been with my other boyfriend for about 3 months, and he's been working for a company making loads of money, so I'd planned on getting married to him. However, just the other day, I went to this dating party at a bar, and there I found myself the perfect man for myself, who just so happens to be hot and a stinking lawyer. I ran right up to him, trying to get him to come and cuddle with me, and from the way he reacted, I could tell he was into me. So from here, I'll be getting into the good stuff. You still have more to say? Normally, when I break up with my exes, I go ahead and introduce them to some of my other good-looking friends so that they may start dating. However, all my sexy-looking friends have boyfriends now, so I thought I'd be kind and make it your turn this time. So I'll be giving little old ugly you my boyfriend, and you can do what you want with him. And since he was dating me, consider this your one and only chance to be with someone who doesn't look like dog crap. Huh? You don't have to say no to me. I already know you are very happy to hear this from me since you've never had yourself a boyfriend before, and you're just getting up there in age to the point you might even hit menopause soon. I don't want him. What? I didn't want to tell you this because you're such a pain in the ass, but I'll have to tell you now. I'm already married. Huh? There we go. This conversation is over with now. I know you have nothing else to tell me, so goodbye. Huh? My uglier-than-crap older sister is married? And before a beauty like me? What a dang lie that is. Rio, my name is Alicia.
What? You're Alicia? Oh, God.
That's right. I'm the one you were with at that party a little while back.
I never told you my phone number, though.
When I asked one of your old friends from high school about you, he gave me your phone number. He also told me about the law firm you're currently working at.
Seriously, what the hell does that asshole think he's doing?
Well, that's why I'm able to talk with you right now. How about you and I go on a date?
What? Hell no, why would I go on a date with you?
Well, because you and I are boyfriend and girlfriend now.
Huh?
So that means later tonight, let's you and me find a cute hotel to go stay at and go from being two different people to one.
No freaking way I'm doing that. How about you stop talking to me and I delete this conversation?
I'm not joking around right now. I want to take you to a hotel tonight to make love.
Well, I don't want to have anything to do with you, and I don't ever remember you and I becoming a couple like you're saying.
You don't have to keep trying to play games with me like that, you know.
When I introduced myself to all of you that night, I told you that I'm married, right? I was lied to and told that I'd just be meeting up with some of my friends that night when it was really some sort of a dating party, hookup party, speed dating party, whatever the heck it was. I don't want anyone right now because I already have a wife who I love.
Oh, come on now, Rio. That little marriage of yours can easily be broken in order for you and I to become one.
Shut the hell up! I do not want a damn thing to do with you.
You'll be getting out of work here soon, right? I'm at the restaurant right next door to the law firm waiting for you, okay?
I'm not at the law firm today, so thank God for that.
What?
I'm about to arrive at my house right now where my wife is.
Wait, Rio?
See ya. This is not good. This is screwed up.
Rio? What's going on? What's happened? Did something happen to you today at work?
That crazy girl I was talking to you about before from that party, she just started texting me.
What?
She even found out about where I work. My stupid friend from back in high school told her everything about me, like my number and my workplace.
What?
I thought I made it so clear that night that I'm a married man. Maybe she just doesn't understand what that means?
Just in case, can I ask what her name is?
She said her name is Alicia.
Alicia?
Do you know her?
As long as she's not someone else that shares the same name, she's my little sister.
What? Is she the one you've told me about before? The one who's always whoring around with different men and thinks she's the cream of the crop when it comes to being beautiful, but is really just a bother for everyone? She also happens to hate you a lot, and when your parents got a divorce, she took that chance to run off and never really come back?
That's her.
No freaking way. Now that I think about it, she seems just like the little sister you told me about. It's just been so long since you told me about her and her name that I totally forgot.
Actually, yesterday I was texted by her for the first time in 5 years. She was talking about how at a recent party at this bar she met a really handsome lawyer and said that he was really into her.
Huh? If she's talking about me, I told her to screw off before I left.
Did she say that you were just trying to be cool?
She did.
Knowing her, she lives in some kind of a fantasy land where everything she wants to happen happens, even if it's not reality.
So she's delusional, is what you're saying? As a lawyer, I've seen all kinds of people in my life, but nobody as screwed in the head as she is.
You're almost home now, aren't you? So, you want me to come to you and we can go out and get a drink?
That would be awesome.
Hey, Alyssa! I'd like to send my ex over to your house now, so could you please give me your address? You're still thinking about that? I told you already that I'm married. All right now, Lisa. I am asking you to please take this guy off my hands for me. It seems that I was his first ever girlfriend, and he keeps saying that if we break up now, he's going to have to start all over again looking for a partner, and he doesn't know if he can do it. He keeps saying that to me over and over and won't just leave me alone. I've already started going out with my lawyer boyfriend now, so if this guy continues to bother me by not leaving my side, I'm going to have to commit some crimes or something. That's why I have told him today that I promised to introduce him to my older sister. Listen, Alicia, that lawyer boyfriend that you keep talking about? Oh, him! His name is Rio, by the way. Stop calling my husband your dang boyfriend, all right? What? Rio, he's at a loss for words right now because of how much you've bothered him so far. He told you once already to screw off, yet you continue to call him your boyfriend. Huh? And when he found out that you'd been sitting at a restaurant right next to the place he works at, he told me all about you, and now we're heading out to relax a little. What? I heard that Rio was married from some other people, but his wife just so happens to be you? That's right. Before I got married to Rio, he and I were working for the same office. In other words, our love started to happen inside the workplace. Huh? You're going to start lying to me again? There's no way in hell an ugly old hag like you would ever be married when you've never even had a boyfriend in your life before. Huh? That's the picture of Rio and I at our wedding 2 years ago. If you still don't want to believe what I'm saying, then try talking to one of your other family members for once and asking them about this. They all know that I got married to Rio because they were all there at my wedding. No way. That's not good for me. Not good for you? How so? I just told you about my ex, right? He told me that he will not leave me unless I introduce him to my sister. Can't you just introduce him to some random girl and say she's your sister? I can't. He doesn't want things to totally end between us, so he's saying the only way he'll leave me alone is if I can get him with one of my family members. He said as long as he became a part of my family, he'd leave me. From what it sounds like to me, he's still in love with you and would still want to be with you even after getting married to someone else. And it almost seems like you feel the same way about him. I don't care what you think about this. I just want him gone for the time being. That's why I told him that I'd introduce him to you. But now I've had to hear that you and Rio are married. This is the worst thing that could ever be happening to me. Are you not able to just marry that man you're with now? What? Oh, great point. He might not be a lawyer like Rio is, but he's still making some great money. And he is madly in love with me, to the point I know he'd never stop spoiling me. All right, I'll marry him then. Now that I have my new plan, I'm going to take him with me and hand in our marriage forms at the courthouse. Bye-bye. Jesus. Alyssa, please help me. Alicia? What is it now? I got back with that ex of mine and married him. I thought that he was still decently wealthy, but when I got home with him, I found out that he is terrible at saving money and spends it all the time. He just asked me to start helping him pay off some of his debt because he found out that I work at a strip club. He said that if I don't help him, he's going to divorce me for never telling him about my line of work. Don't tell me. You would like to get my husband's help with your situation because he's a lawyer? No, because that would require me to spend some money. That's why I'm asking for you to help me. Huh? You worked at the same office as him before, which means you have to know a thing or two about being a lawyer, right? Oh, and since you are my older sister, I'd like you to not charge me for the help. I was nothing more than a secretary there. I could never help you out with any legal troubles you're in now. What? I am really fed up with your crap, Alicia. Alyssa? If you ever turn up around my husband or I, we're calling the police. The police? Don't ever talk to us again. I had a lot that I wanted to say to that little idiot, but because of the risk associated with talking to her any longer, I just went the other direction and cut ties. She tried to call me again and again the next day, from sunrise until sunset, so I finally did what I should have done so long ago and blocked her. And it was not just me who blocked her, but Rio as well, and the rest of my family who didn't want anything to do with her either. After that, Rio and I got back to the lives we were living before my sister came crashing into it, and we are so happy things didn't end up worse because of her. As for the man that Alicia ended up marrying, things started to become more and more clear about him. Not only was he in a lot of debt, but he hadn't been paying the rent on the place those two were living for months. He also had a serious problem with cleaning up after himself and would always make Alicia do it for him, to the point where he'd even throw his trash at her to take care of. And not even another month had passed before the police finally showed up at their door, asking both him and Alicia to leave the apartment and pay off all the rent that was due on the place, as they were both being evicted. Neither one of them could pay, so they were both forced to take out yet another loan and use that to pay the landlord before they were both told to leave the premise for good. This left the both of them with nowhere else to go, as all of Alicia's family had blocked her, and her friends would not let her come stay with them. So her husband made the final call and told her that they'd need to move back home to his parents' house and live with them until they could pay off all of his debt. He tried to ask his parents after moving in to help him out, but they both told him no and said that he was responsible for his own financial issues, as they were already doing more than enough by letting him and Alicia stay with them. And not only were his parents not going to help with his debt, but Alicia started to be bullied by his mother, and he did nothing to stop his mother from attacking his wife. The life of living with zero cares at all that Alicia had took a 180 and plunged her into a life where she was not allowed to do anything anymore. And if things weren't bad enough for her already, she only started to make them worse after she completely cracked under all the stress at her husband's family home, by calling her mother-in-law ugly and telling her father-in-law to leave his wife and take her with him. But before that got anywhere, both of her in-laws sent her to the hospital thinking she'd completely lost her mind, and there the psychiatrist noted that there was something seriously wrong with her and had her admitted into the mental ward. She's been there for months now and will soon be getting divorced by her husband and will be left to her psychiatrist, who will decide what to do with her afterwards. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Henrietta, why do I get the impression you're hiding your real nature from me and that you're secretly rotten to the core? Excuse me? Where the heck did that come from? I guess the kind of waste of space loser who'd marry my jerk of a big brother was never gonna be up to much. Let's face it, it wouldn't be that surprising if it turned out you'd committed a crime or two here and there, would it? I smell a lowlife. Damn, you scary girl. Get away from me, you psycho! Are you having fun there, getting all worked up about nothing on your own? What? Look, I know you and my brother never got along very well. But that doesn't give you any right to accuse me of imaginary crimes based on nothing but your own deluded, fantastical assumptions. Give me a break. I might not be able to prove it, but if my scumbag brother likes you, I am 100% certain you're either a criminal or some kind of weird sexual deviant. Or both. And why exactly is your brother a scumbag? Huh? Your parents wouldn't pay to put him through high school, so he got a part-time job working at a fish factory to pay for his own education. Then made it into one of America's top colleges using nothing but his own grit, hard work, and dedication. Which part of that makes him a scumbag? I don't understand what your problem with him is. I think he's admirable. He's a scumbag because he ignored our parents' pleas to work to give them money to go towards running the household instead of going to college. He was supposed to provide for us, but he didn't, that selfish jerk. Which part of selfishly ignoring his own flesh and blood to fulfill his arrogant dream of studying at some elite college for pompous jerks is admirable? Go on, I'll wait. What a shame. I feel bad for you, Caitlin. Why? You've been so spoiled and pampered by your parents, you're no longer able to discern the difference between right and wrong, good and bad, or decency and immorality. It's sad, actually. I really do feel bad for you. What? Oh, this won't do. I need to head out to do some grocery shopping soon. Oh, no, you don't, lady. I'm not letting that slide. There is nothing in the fridge, so I need to head out to the supermarket to stock up while it's still the weekend. Are you forgetting I'm the one who cooks all the food in this house? If you absolutely insist we carry on this discussion, then I'm happy to, but you should know it'll mean you going without supper. I'm not sure your parents would be very happy about that. Ugh, god damn it! Fine, you win this time. God, you piss me off. You're a scumbag just like my brother. You two are a match made in heaven. Thanks for the compliment. Ugh! All right, well, I'm heading out for groceries. Ugh, what's your deal? Henrietta, you won't be able to get inside the house anymore. I made sure of it, so don't bother coming home, okay? Huh? You can leave the groceries out by the front porch. I'll bring them in later when you're gone. Now, do a disappearing act. What are you talking about all of a sudden? I'm confused. I told the whole family all about how you went to prison twice. Excuse me? You've really lost me now, Caitlin. What are you talking about? I've never been to prison. What makes you think I care about the truth? My family believes whatever I say, so if I say you're a criminal, you're a criminal. Now get the heck out of this house, okay? While you were wandering around the supermarket without a care in the world, I messaged my entire family all about your secret past. The psycho Henrietta, who my big bro just married, has a secret criminal record she was hiding from us. She was in prison twice. She's dangerous and we have to do something. Yep, that's right. Of course I told my mom and dad, then my grandma, my aunts, uncles, you name it. The whole family knows who you really are now. Huh? Are you being serious? This isn't that kind of thing to joke about, Caitlin. Oh, you wish I was joking. I told them your first arrest got you thrown into a youth correctional facility, and the second, for theft, got you thrown in prison. Mom and Dad were livid. I've never seen anything like it. They said, that woman will never be setting foot in our house again. So don't bother coming back here, okay? Be gone, criminal scum. Oh yeah, silly me. I nearly forgot. Apparently they're going to force you to divorce my scumbag brother. I know this must sting, but please try to understand we can't go letting criminal blood into our family, okay? At least, that's what my mom and dad said. Can you believe how gullible they are? It's fine. I can assure you your big brother isn't stupid enough to fall for something like that. You might have the rest of your family dancing to your tune, but I promise you we won't be divorcing. Oh, I don't know, Henrietta. I wouldn't be so sure. Even if he doesn't believe me, do you really think he's going to accept a life of constantly being shamed and attacked for being the black sheep of the family who married a criminal? I bet he'll hate it, but he'll have no choice but to divorce you. Why would you do this? Isn't it obvious? Because I want to steal everything my scumbag brother holds dear and make sure he lives a life of constant and unending, torturous, soul-wrenching despair, misery, regret, and unhappiness. Wow, this got dark real fast. Just the mere fact that he exists alone makes me livid. How dare he, that asshole? I wish he'd just hurry up and move the hell out of this house. Why does he insist on hanging around for so long when it's clear I don't like him? Oh my god, Caitlin, you're... What? Actually, forget it. All right, I get it. Fine, I'll leave. Of course, I don't have a criminal record, but there's no sense in carrying on living with a bunch of people who despise me and won't believe a word I say. That's right, I see you got the hint quickly. You're the garbage of society. Die.
Henrietta, my little sister did the unthinkable. I can't believe she'd do this while I was away. I'm so sorry.
Calvin, I was going to message you about this whole thing. Sorry. I take it you heard what happened then?
Yeah. Where are you right now?
I'm going to spend tonight at that business hotel near the station, so don't worry about me. I'm fine.
I see. Alright, got it. But seriously, I can't believe Caitlin told my whole family you have a criminal record. She's really gone and done it this time, that's psycho. No one in my family knows me and you have been friends since elementary school, which I guess could have something to do with why they believe her. Still though, I'm shocked she managed to get them wrapped around her little finger so easily. But my grandma has your back. She didn't buy it for 1 second, so don't worry.
Yeah, I figured she wouldn't. The only reason you still didn't move out of the family home is out of worry for your grandma, right? She always did have your back. She's an amazing woman.
Yeah, but I had no idea me sticking around would end up causing you so much trouble. I feel awful.
It's fine. I married you and moved in there knowing full well what your sister could be like. I will have something to do about my current situation, but it's not like I'm mad at you or anything.
Well, about that. We got the all clear from my grandma on that thing we discussed before.
Wow, really? That was fast. I was sure it'd take at least a few more months.
Well, in truth, that's how long this kind of thing usually takes. But apparently my grandma made a call to a certain individual, had that individual call in a few favors with someone else, and what do you know? All the hurdles in our way suddenly disappeared. She says we'll be able to get things started this weekend.
Wow, that's great news. Just when I thought I couldn't love your grandma anymore. I see. That really is soon, huh? Just a little longer.
Right? I know things will probably be a little awkward for you until then, but it'll all be worth it, babe. Stay strong.
I'll be fine. Let's do this. I'm having such an amazing time in this house without you here to pollute the atmosphere, you stinky loser. I heard my scumbag big bro will be packing his bags and getting the hell out soon too. Yippee! Woohoo! As far as I can tell, he hasn't been messaging you either. Seems like my prediction was right. It's divorce for you two, isn't it? I knew telling the whole family you were a criminal was the right thing to do. Yay! Die, criminal scum. Everything's going just as I planned it. Even I'm a little surprised. This really is a blast. With this, I'm surely set to live the rest of my life on easy mode. What's going going on? Ugh, what is this? Answer the goddamn heckin' phone! It's been a while, Caitlin. Did you want to talk to me about something? Was it by any chance the criminal charges I filed against you? Obviously! What the hell do you think you're playing at? Haven't you heard? When you make slanderous claims with no basis in reality against someone, you face a maximum sentence of 3 years or a fine of up to $4,000. What? What are you talking about? Oh, I don't know. You think maybe it could have something to do with you spreading lies about me being a twice incarcerated criminal? Who would have thought that what you were doing is classified as slander? What? I heard about how you carried on spreading your vicious lies about me to everyone in the neighborhood after I moved out. You would have caused me huge amounts of trouble eventually if I let you carry on. You left me no choice but to file criminal charges against you so you'd understand the severity of what you're doing. It's time you were taught a few lessons about life, Caitlin. Wait a sec, you have got to be kidding me. If you want me to drop the charges, I suggest you come up with a reasonable offer and settlement money. If I feel it's enough to make up for the psychological distress you've caused me, and I'm feeling kind, I may just consider accepting it. What? Henrietta, what the hell is this crap? When I tried to sell my mom and dad's house to come up with your damn money, they told me it had already been put up for sale and that a buyer had been found months ago? Explain this crap now! What use is there in demanding an explanation from me? It wasn't me who put the house up for sale. It was the owner of the house, your grandma. What? My grandma? Wait a sec, I thought this house belonged to my dad. Oh, that's strange. I heard it was your grandma who inherited the house when your grandpa passed away. Are you being serious? Well, yeah, duh. How would your grandma have been able to go through the sale procedures if it wasn't hers? Oh my God, no way. But if I can't sell the house, how the heck am I supposed to come up with the money? Oh, is that what you're worried about? Aha, of course. You would be, wouldn't you? I heard you were hit with a compensation claim for cheating right around the time I filed my slander charges against you. A double whammy. Oh, that's gotta be rough. Huh? Wait, how do you... What was it again? Having it off with a married man behind his wife's back? Not only that, but with your mom's approval, no less. Just when I thought you couldn't sink any lower. She's my mom. Of course she's going to be there to support me in my love life. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys have some weird views about the world. Huh? Anyway, Caitlin, more important than that, you were caught taking your lover's wife's belongings from their marital home, weren't you? Tisk tisk, someone's been a very naughty girl. Huh? What's wrong with that? What good are fancy branded bags, diamond rings, and pearl necklaces for a worn-out old hag like her? I pull them off 1,000,000 times better than she ever could. I look the bomb in my new gear. You see, Caitlin, there's this thing called theft, and it's illegal. Huh? Those things you took from their house were all your lover's wife's personal belongings. They didn't belong to you. Basically, you stole them, which means you committed a crime called theft. I don't know exactly what's going on with the whole thing, but if I had to guess, I'd say she was pissed off enough to file criminal charges against you. Am I right? It wouldn't be the craziest thing in the world if she asked for settlement money either, just like I am, would it? Go on, tell me. Am I right? No way. I presume she could have you legally forced to pay compensation for your part in her husband's affair. Is that why you were so desperate for cash you tried selling your parents' house? Things must be bad if those are the lengths you're going to. What the hell? If you knew the situation, why didn't you offer to pay her off for me? I'm your husband's little sister, goddammit! There's such a thing as familial obligations, you know. I tell you what, how does this sound? If you help me out on this one, I'll acknowledge you as his wife. Wow, you really are something else. Are you completely lacking in self-awareness? Can't you see how ridiculous what you're saying is? Ridiculous? How? Think about it. You're asking for money from someone filing criminal charges against you after you lied to get them ostracized from the family. What makes you think I'd want to help you? More importantly, that house is set to be sold soon, so make sure to get the heck out as soon as possible, okay? If you're still there after the sale is finalized, you'll have another crime on your rap sheet. What? It's called trespassing. Wait, seriously? But wait, if the house is sold, that means Grandma's gonna move out, right? I'll just go with her and live with her at her new place instead. Oh, Caitlin, dear, I'm afraid that won't be happening. Why not? To quote her, "She ain't my granddaughter, so I ain't got a heckin' solitary darn reason to let the poisonous little brat live with me." Huh? Apparently she advised your dad to get a DNA test to find out if you're his real daughter right around the time I moved out. Huh? A DNA test? But why? She told me to tell you to ask your mother if you want the details. Something tells me it's a conversation you might want to sit down for. Huh? I don't follow at all. There's another reason you won't be living with her. She's moving abroad. What? Why? Because she's getting remarried to a Canadian. Remarried? To a Canadian? Who in their right mind would do such a thing? He's a widower just like her. They hit it off after meeting on a dating app, and she decided to go live with him up there so they could live out their retirements together. Why did no one tell me about any of this? Also, me and Calvin will be going with her. What? To Canada? But why would you do that? Ugh, my head hurts. You see, the thing is, her new fiancé is the CEO of a major company up there. It just so happens that Calvin works in the same industry, and he's been offered a very lucrative position at their HQ in Vancouver. No way, you two aren't cut out for life abroad. What could possibly make you think that? It's Canada, Caitlin, not North Korea. It's not like a pair of Americans like us will face much of a culture shock. Oh my God. I can't believe this is happening to me. I have to be dreaming, right? Right? I'm gonna wake up any moment now, I'm sure of it. I am gonna wake up, right? Okay, any moment now. I was supposed to be living my life on easy mode from here on out. Looks like you're finally getting your just desserts for using vicious lies as a weapon to destroy people's lives. What goes around comes around. Once me and Calvin have all of our loose ends tied up, we'll be leaving America for the foreseeable future. That includes the small matter of the settlement money you owe me. If you know what's good for you, you'll come up with it as soon as possible. Oh my God, I can't take this anymore. Caitlin tried to get a distant relative to lend her some money in desperation after realizing she had no other options. But word of her misdeeds had spread among the family by that point, and in an irony so rich you wouldn't believe it actually happened, she herself was now the criminal. The reply read, "Slander and theft? You're such a disappointment, Caitlin. The only one with a criminal record here is you." Suffice to say, she didn't receive a cent. Between that and the affair with the married man, she's now universally despised, the black sheep of the family. After a family meeting, it was determined that she was too dangerous to keep around, and with that, she was swiftly disowned. Last I heard, no one even replies to her messages anymore. Not only that, but Caitlin's parents divorced after the whole DNA test thing. Apparently no one's heard from either of them since. As for the money Caitlin owed me, she must have felt completely cornered and without options because rumor has it she went into the nighttime escort industry. How do I know, you ask? Well, it's not because she told me, that's for sure. But there were multiple sightings of her going into seedy motels with strange men, so it doesn't take a genius to put two and two together. Looks like her life on hard mode is just beginning.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.